We're asking our first big question tonight. What changes are needed in law? We believe the greatest tribute to the death of Braveheart and to her memory is if we undertake real changes. And we believe we need to push for changes in law. So what changes are needed in the law? Before we put this to our panelists, let me first bring you the views of Kiran Mazumdar-Shaw, Chairman and MD of Biocon, to whom I spoke earlier and asked her for her views. What's your reaction to this tragedy, Ms. Kiran Mazumdar-Shaw, and what do you believe are the big takeaways, the big changes, the real agenda for change that we can draw from this ghastly tragedy?
You know, it's a tragic, news that we've received, and of course I personally believe that this Braveheart is a tragic casualty of social apathy for far too long. I think we've turned a blind eye to rape for far too long, and I think this is what has happened. I mean, we've seen multiple rape cases. In fact, gang rape is not something new, but this particular case obviously has come to the forefront because of how ugly and how gory the whole act was. And I think because of that, I think there has been this public outcry. I think at least let's hope that this will be a turning point to see that we repair our social fabric. And I hope that, we can legislate a very comprehensive law against rape and sexual assault and molestation in every form.
Hope that we can legislate a comprehensive law. So, before we hear from our panelists, let's quickly get you our view from Kiran Mazumdar-Shaw, who has also spoken on this. Kiran Mazumdar-Shaw, again, what do you think needs to be done so that the momentum is not lost, so that apathy doesn't once again set into the system?
Well, I don't think this time around people will be willing to take anything but a positive action from the government. And I think you can see that these huge protests that we've seen over the last 10 to 12 days has certainly got the government to act. And I think the fact that the Verma Commission is going to come up with a legislative proposal in 30 days, I think is the first step. But I think more than that, it also is about how do we really make this country safe for women? How do we make sure that the status of women in this country is improved? I think these are big issues. And I think this is where every political party has to, do what it can to make sure that we address these very, very huge challenges. And I think in this, we must set up helplines. We must set up, we must make sure that more women engage in the, with the police force. Can we see more women in the police force? Can we see more special courts for women? Can we see, more action on the ground in terms of engagement with these issues? So I think having these kind of steps are going to help a lot, because we know that although we talk about helplines, we know that, these are not effective.
Helplines, women, policemen, changing that interface of police and citizen. Arunodaya Mukherjee is joining us there from Jantar Mantar.